Hey everyone, Dan at Bushcraft. I am out here field testing the Grayl UltraPress. Now there's quite a few videos up on this and on the GeoPress, more so on the GeoPress. The difference being the GeoPress holds 24 ounces and the UltraPress holds 16.9 ounces. Other than that, they're basically the exact same concept, same type of filter. Putting your water in, pressing down, filtering the water through, and having fresh water to drink. So up here in the mountains, excuse me, I'm sliding down the hill here. Up in the mountains here, I prefer to use my HydroBlue system, and I've done videos on that. I've been using it for a couple years now and absolutely love it. But I mentioned in a previous video that I am in the process of redoing my get home / bug out bag and looking for some new options to test out. This is one of them. Out here, I don't have to deal with pesticides, chemicals being dumped in the water, things like that. Most of the time I'm getting good mountain water. In a get home situation or even a bug out situation, I might have to get some water from some pretty bad places. So whereas my HydroBlue filter will get rid of, bacteria and viruses, Giardia, things like that, Giardia. This, in addition, will get out pesticides, herbicides, heavy metals, chemicals, odor, and taste. So for a bug out, get home bag, this seems like it might be a better option. And so 89 bucks or so on Amazon for the UltraPress, 99 for the GeoPress, 300 cycles before you have to change the filter, and then you can buy a replacement cartridge. Again, 99.99% of viruses, bacteria, gets rid of heavy metals, pesticides, herbicides. So the idea is you just fill this with water, push down, you got to vent the cap, and then drink. That's it. Fresh water to go. So we're going to go down here to the creek and try it out. And we're going to give it 2 tests. Right now this is runoff. Snow is melting up here. There's runoff, so there's silt and mud. So we're going to try it just as it is, and then I'm deliberately going to stir the water up and make it muddy and cloudy and put some really foul looking water in here, and we're going to try it a second time. So let's go fill this up. Take this apart for you guys. So this is the filter part here, and I'll just leave that sitting here. We'll go fill this up with water and see what we got. So make sure you can see me there. Okay, so the water looks pretty clear, but I can tell you, using my regular filter, tasting it, I can taste the silt in the water. No problem, I'm used to it, but you can definitely get that taste. So this needs to go in here. We got to set it down on a flat surface and push it down. So let me move you guys. All right, we got a log right here. We'll just try this out. So vent the cap. Okay, cap is vented, and here we go. So it's harder than I thought it would be, and I can tell you, for someone who is restricted in arm strength because of age or handicap or whatever, I would not recommend this because that is definitely a harder push than I thought it would be. Here we go. Absolutely no taste of silt whatsoever. Just pure mountain water. That's impressive because I do know whether I'm using a Sawyer in this creek right now or my Hydro Blue, they're getting rid of any giardia or things like that, but you can still taste the silt. Nothing but pure water taste. So I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna stick my foot in the water and stir up a bunch of muddy, yucky water and fill this again. And if it gets rid of the taste on that, I'm gonna be really impressed. So let me move you guys to where you can see me again. Okay, get rid of this. Take that out. And we'll go down, muddy up the water. Try this again. Hopefully I don't fall off the log into the creek. Okay, this time I have got some very murky water. I kicked my foot around in the mud, stirred all the mud up from the bottom and scooped that water in here. So it's full of silt and all kinds of stuff. And we'll just turn you guys over here towards this log and give it another go. All right, here we go. Now in my filter, I would definitely be able to taste that. In my other filter. Cheers. Not bad, not bad at all. I don't taste the mud and silt. I taste pure mountain water. Okay, that's impressive. That's what I wanted. That means I'm walking home and the only available water, and there's a lot of canals closer to town, late, summer, fall, really nasty, smelly, murky water. This is going to get rid of the smell. This is going to get rid of the taste. If I'm down in the fields where there's pesticides, it's going to protect me from those. This is cool. Let's take that cap off and look at that water, because that water was all cloudy and dirty when I scooped it up. See if you guys can see that. That water's clear. Nice and clear. Wonder if there's silt or something sitting down here, if it's all trapped in the filter. Oh yeah. So down underneath the filter, the little bit of water that hadn't come through yet, it's nasty. And I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that. We'll try it. There is all kinds of silt, little chunks of moss, mud, everything sitting down in that. Actually, I'm going to wipe that out before I use it again. But anything that came through that filter was just clean as could be. No taste of the silt or the mud. Only thing I can say in my review, and I'm being honest, my opinion as someone who teaches wilderness survival and bushcraft. Okay, if I was bringing someone out here who, for example, a disabled veteran, someone who maybe had an arm injury that caused a certain amount of weakness in their arm, or only had one arm, or perhaps an elderly person, or a kid. You know, if you're teaching your child wilderness survival and stuff, they don't have a lot of upper body strength. I would not recommend this. I would recommend, I don't know what I would recommend for chemicals and stuff, some other alternative. But that's the only issue with it. You know, a normal healthy person would have no problem. It's harder than I thought it would be, and my understanding from the literature is, whereas when the filter is working correctly, it should take about 10 seconds, that when it gets dirty and clogged and needs to be replaced, it takes about 25 full seconds of pressure to push that down. So for anyone looking for a good filter that will help protect them from pesticides, chemicals, you know, heavy metals, herbicides, in addition to the Giardia, Cryptosporidium, bacteria, viruses, and such, something that will get rid of some taste, or the taste and odor, if you're going to be drinking some pretty nasty water. Unless you have some type of a disability that would interfere with you putting down a fair amount of pressure, I would give this 2 thumbs up. And one of the changes that I'm going to be making to my bug out get home bag, which we will do a loadout on sometime in the next couple months. I have a few more pieces of gear to test. This will be going in that system as my filter, and it will be filled with water in the pack, in a pouch. So I'll be carrying an extra basically 17 ounces of water besides what's in my canteen. So yeah, 2 thumbs up. Again, unless you have a physical strength handicap in pushing that down, and then I would say seek another alternative. But the thing about Amazon, which is cool, is you can buy this, you could try it out, and if it's too hard for you, then you can send it back. And if it's not, then you got a great little filter. Dan at Bushcraft. Thanks for watching, everybody.